All right, friends, welcome to another episode of Astral Station, where we're super rough. And if you're an indie game developer and you're doing this for the first time and you're launching your game, probably launching your YouTube channel as well too, you're in the right place. Today we have with us the sponsor of the last several videos that we've been posting on the YouTube channel, Kalamu, who has this fantastic game, Shadowlands, which I just beat. I just beat on the hardest possible
You
difficulty
did.
level with the wizard, and it took all my might, but I did do it. It was fun. It was really fun.
On Expert Plus, you mean?
Actually, no, no, I think it defaults to when you're first playing it to hard on hard mode.
Oh yeah.
So maybe not as impressive, but it still took everything I had to get there. I want
Yeah.
to tell him I just want to apologize. My tripod broke, so I got the camera just like sitting there on the desk. But we just keep going, man. That's how we do things at Astral Station. And the first question that we have for indie game developers who are doing this for the first time, there's so many solo developers out there, and I'm super green to this scene. This is like year one for me, and project one as well too. For someone who's been doing this for a much longer time, what advice do you have for people who are solo developing a game and don't understand maybe the different phases of game development? What kind of basic advice would you have for them?
So probably my best advice would be to not do what I did. That was to quit my job and start doing this crazy game. All of a sudden, yeah, I probably wouldn't advise that. I think you should probably start small with a project that you can finish in like probably a month or less, and put it on itch.io or something, and yeah, see how the community reacts to it. And yeah, just start small, and then yes, go from there, I suppose.
Yeah, and build from that.
Although
Just
I didn't really follow this advice. So
yeah, I mean, it's great advice, right? Like, and again, me being super new to this, when we were invited to Blackthorn Prod's YouTube channel and like, let's just build this game. I figured, oh, this is gonna be 3 weeks. This is gonna take 3 weeks, and it ended up being 7 months. And I don't even know where the time. Have no idea where the time went.
yeah,
And
indeed.
yeah,
It's always like that. When I first started working on Shattered Lands, I thought at the time, I naively thought I would finish it in about 2 years. And yeah, it's been almost 4 years now I've been working on this.
yeah, it's certainly a long time. It's much longer than, let's say, the type of projects that I'm used to as well too. So I'm from the user experience design and engineering side. So we built websites, we built web
Mm.
applications, CRUD applications, and that might be like a month on the UI design, and then you spend another 3 months on building the simple CRUD MVP. Some cases, maybe like 7, 8 months. So games are kind of like they parallel the most complicated digital builds out there. And web applications are very complicated. Porting them, mobile applications are even more complicated. But games still takes a trump. Like it could take you a year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, 5 years to be able to build this beautiful thing. And I feel like maybe because it's more of an art and not just technical, like you're building something, you're essentially building this experience that's living and breathing. So,
Yeah.
like, what advice do you have for people who have grander visions, like bigger games to try to take on?
So yeah, for big projects, what you gotta do is plan it out. You gotta make sure that it actually goes into fruition, because there's a difference between a dream and an actual plan. You gotta time things. You gotta know. You gotta make a timeline of it, and you gotta set some goals for yourself. Every day you gotta finish something. So yeah, that's the difference between just wanting to do something and actually going ahead and doing it all the way through.
Yeah, yeah, that's great advice. Um, when I think of like the different components to a game, your game specifically has like it has 3D, it has animation, it has level building, there's UI. Just looking
Yeah,
at it scares me trying to break it apart into different components. I'm like, good lord, like how like
yeah,
looks like 7 people created it, 7 expert people, expert developers created it.
yeah. It's a kind of a crazy concept. I thought about a long time ago, back when I was a kid, playing Warcraft 3. Probably that was my main inspiration. And yeah, I just thought, what about if we could control the hero directly, like fight instead of just managing the units from the top-down perspective? And yeah, it kind of came from there. I also try to like simplify the RTS mechanics, so yeah, the players can focus on the combat instead of micromanaging units during combat. So yeah, that's kind of where it came from.
Nice, nice. You mentioned product management, and in the world again of like web development, even user experience, nothing happens without without product managing things. Nothing happens without having like cards in Jira or in ClickUp. Nothing happens without formulating a team and kind of like divvying out the different tasks to individuals and having a timeline. And we had none of that for when we're doing that competition for the challenge for Blackthorn Prod. And but soon we realized like we got to have cards, man. We got to have priorities for different cards as well too, like complexity levels. Like some things are easier, some things are harder, some things take more time, some things are unresolvable, some things no one in the group has the skills for. So what did you eventually do for like just getting a better hold on managing this project and flow? Like what tools or anything do you recommend?
Well, so the final vision is always going to be a bit different as it goes along. When I first started developing the game, my initial idea was very different from what it is now, and I think it. First of all, you need to gather feedback. You need to get your mates to play your game and give them their feedback, their experience on it, and kind of try to change it up a bit and see how it fixes most of the problems that you're getting from the community. So first of all, get feedback from anyone you can, mostly from either from your friends, from random people on the internet. That's very important to actually make a good game, because a lot of times people have this crazy idea that they would like to see in a game, but it doesn't really match what the community is looking for. So you gotta make sure it's a game that can be enjoyed by a larger group of people.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. How do you even? Yeah, that's one thing we learned as well too. On there was always this feedback every time I touched a game. They're like, it's too hard. I'm like,
Yeah,
come on, yeah. But I challenged, and I said, do you even play Risk of Rain? Do you even play Hollow Knight? Because I feel like if you get feedback from just anyone, and like you kind of challenge is like, do you even play games? Do you even play?
yeah, indeed. That's another thing. Like, um, when people play my game, a lot of people say it's too hard. Some people say it's too easy. Some people like this feature. Some people don't. That's why you need to get a broader a group of broader people to actually test it out and yeah, get a more general feedback rather than just going on through what one or two persons are saying about it, because they might not represent the overall gaming community, I suppose, that would play your game.
Absolutely. What are your expect? Well, let me ask this first. What was the hardest part if you broke this up into different phases? Like there's the designs phase, there's the planning phase, there's the maybe creating the different assets for the game phase. Then there's building logic and architecture for the game. Then there's probably like playtesting it and updating the game based on that feedback. And then obviously there's like this whole thing afterwards, which is like playtesting and seeing the community's response and trying to make changes at the final hour. And then there's another phase which is like launching the Steam or the appropriate platform, which is its own thing. And then there's
Yeah.
marketing the game. From these like 5 or 6 points, I don't even can't remember how many I mentioned, which is probably like the least favorite, most challenging part.
It's so right now I'm figuring out how to do marketing. I'm still kind of new on it, so I would say probably for me that's the hardest part. I'm it's yeah, and also it's kind of complicated. You need to do a lot of things that you need to post and all that and do content for the game. I'm still figuring it out, so I would say that's the hardest part. But in in general during the development of the game. Probably for me, it was managing all these different hats that I would have to put on. I think from my basis was from programming, so I finished a computer science degree, so I kind of already knew what I was doing in the programming aspect of the game. But yeah, making all the models and animations and the effects and all that, I had to learn all of that from scratch to build this game. So yeah, that was probably also very hard, I suppose.
Nice, nice. If there's one thing our viewers could do, for you by viewers, we got 6 subscribers. So I guarantee you, all 6 subscribers will at least action on this thing. But at the same time, we're slowly building up the amount of indie game developers that have YouTube channels. So obviously, what I want to do is take this video and market it around to them and say, hey, check out this fantastic interview. I'm sure your audience will have will derive a lot of value from this. But if let's just say a million people watch this video, what would you want the audiences and the viewers to do? Like, what's the best way to support an indie game developer who's doing this for the first time, who's launching his first dream game? Like, what's the ideal scenario?
So if I were to give some advice, I would say give the smaller games a chance. I think a lot of people have been just focused on the triple A's, and I think they've been comfortable for too long. Just look for other games. Like there's so many cool games out there, and yeah, just stop playing the same game every day over and over. There's so much cool stuff out there for you to find out and play and experience. Yeah, just look for a game that look for your type of game, or maybe not. Look for something else that you haven't experienced yet. Yeah, there's countless games out there every day coming out, and really cool stuff, innovative stuff, different kind of games that you haven't seen before. And yeah,
Fantastic.
give them a chance.
Give them a chance. That's right. That's what the indie game scene is about. Any final shout outs? Where can people find you? Where can people find your game?
Uh, yeah, you can find my game in Steam. It's called Shattered Lands. There's a Steam page up. I also put a free demo recently, so you can try the game out, and you can also join the Discord and let me know your thoughts on the game if you play it. If you play the demo, yeah, join the Discord. Tell me what you thought. I'll listen to it 100%. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and thank you, Philman, for the interview.
Very welcome, Kalamu. This is Kalamu Shattered Lands. Check them out. Wishlist now. Go to the Steam page, download it, give them feedback, join the Discord channel. Appreciate everyone, and go ahead and hit the like button on this video so that way you can trend and give as much attention, well-deserved attention as possible for Shattered Lands. I already played it. You can check out the other videos as well too of me playing the game. It's a fantastic game. Check out, most importantly, the Steam page. Download the demo and wishlist it as well too. Thank you, Callum.
All right. See ya.